Coinciding with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Japan, a multi-billion-dollar commitment has already been agreed to. Despite Donald Trump's trade drama and 50% tariffs on Indian exports, Japan is now betting big on Indian economy's global rise with a $68 billion investment. Ahead of Modi's visit, Tokyo revealed it will invest $68 billion in India over the next decade, with major focus on sectors including artificial intelligence, semiconductor chip manufacturing, and clean energy sectors. Prime Minister Modi is visiting Japan from August 29 to 30th for the 15th India-Japan Annual Summit. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri revealed, quote, "This will be Prime Minister Modi's first annual summit with his Japanese counterpart and his first standalone visit to Japan in 7 years. The visit will be fully dedicated to the bilateral agenda." During the summit, the two sides will also enhance defense and maritime cooperation with special focus on defense equipment and technology collaboration. Remember, Japan and India already co-developing the Unicorn radio antenna mast for Indian Navy warships for stealthy, secure communications. Indian Navy and the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Forces are also exploring possible cooperation in the area of ship maintenance in India. Now, it is expected that during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's two-day visit to Japan, Prime Minister Ishiba will formally announce the $68 billion investment partnership, which reflects a common commitment by New Delhi and Tokyo to strengthen the economic partnership. Not just that, the two Quad allies will boost people-to-people exchanges with thousands of talented Indian workers set to help Japan meet its workforce shortages, with a special focus on Indian engineering talent and in high-tech fields. Japan is also actively looking to provide India development assistance and is willing to invest in startups to enter the Indian market. The Japan International Cooperation Agency has already extended yen-dominated loans to startups based in Hyderabad, with more Indian startups and new ventures gaining access to Japanese financial and tech support, promoting innovation and industrial growth. The two countries will also update their security cooperation for the first time in nearly 17 years, aiming to ensure peace and stability in the entire Indo-Pacific. Although Japanese investment in India has increased in recent years, it remains modest compared to Japan's overall outward foreign direct investment. As per a brief from the Indian Embassy in Japan, Japan's FDI to India was $1.79 billion back in 22-23, which rose to $3.1 billion in 2023-24. Between 2000 and December 2024, Japan invested around $43.2 billion in India, placing it as the fifth largest FDI source for the country. Japanese investment have been concentrated in key sectors such as automobiles, electrical equipment, telecommunications, chemicals, financial services, and pharmaceuticals. According to a brief by the Indian Embassy, more than 60% of Japanese firms in India saw a rise in market share for their main products and services in 2024, one of the highest rates in South Asia. Over the last 5 years, approximately 25,000 Indians with specialized skills have gone to Japan for employment or to participate in studying and training programs, according to this report. Japan is supplying its iconic Shinkansen bullet trains for India's first high-speed rail project, the Mumbai-Ahmedabad corridor. Japan will give 2 Shinkansen trains, E5 and E3 series, to India for the trials to begin in 2026, with the plan to later introduce the next generation E10 Shinkansen trains simultaneously in India and Japan. The 508-kilometer-long corridor will run trains at the speed of up to 320 km per hour. It covers Mumbai and Gujarat and aims to set new standards in speed, safety, and operational reliability. Simultaneously, Indian firms like Integral Coach Factory and BEML are involved in manufacturing train sets for speeds around 280 km per hour as part of technology transfer and local production. A statement from the Railway Ministry on ongoing tunnel work in Maharashtra added, quote, "The bullet train project recently achieved a major milestone by completing 310 kilometers of viaduct construction. The success of the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project is laying the foundation for future bullet train corridors in India." Artificial intelligence and high technology being one of the focus sectors in India-Japan commitment, along with semiconductors, critical minerals, clean energy, telecommunications and pharmaceuticals. The partnership with Japan will support Indian startups by providing global exposure, funding, skill building and infrastructure access, significantly accelerating their ability to innovate and then scale. The initiative will help startups to have access to international markets and platforms like those tied to leading innovation hubs and then exposing them to global clients, partners and investors. Initiatives will include training, mentorship, and talent exchanges, empowering startups to build advanced capabilities in artificial intelligence, comply with global standards, and attract top talent. The efforts will focus on access to high-performance computing and AI infrastructure. This may help Indian startups boost global competitiveness, tackle major challenges across sectors, and contribute actively to the global AI ecosystem. The deal will help India build a robust end-to-end chip ecosystem covering design, fabrication, packaging and testing, making local sourcing of semiconductors feasible for Indian industry. Dependency on countries like Taiwan or South Korea and even China will decline and reduce India's vulnerability to global geopolitical shocks. Collaboration with Japanese companies will lead to the adoption of advanced manufacturing technologies and training for Indian engineers. By integrating with Japan's advanced chip makers and leveraging India's talent and policy initiatives, the partnership is expected to make India a significant player in the global semiconductor supply chain and a source of resilient, high-quality chips for both domestic use and export. Now, India-Japan defense ties have been strengthening significantly with regular high-level visits, dialogues and growing cooperation on multiple fronts including technology, equipment and then joint maritime exercises. India and Japan are collaboratively developing advanced defense systems like the Unicorn mast, a unified complex radio antenna to enhance the stealth capabilities of Indian Navy ships. The two countries already engage in defense equipment and technology cooperation through the DRDO of India and ATLA of Japan. The Indian Navy and Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force are exploring cooperation in ship maintenance within India, which could encourage future naval deployments and self-reliant missions. India and Japan share a vision for a free, open and rules-based Indo-Pacific region, with their defense cooperation a key pillar in maintaining regional peace and security within the framework like the Quad. The two nations also face similar challenges from an expansionist neighbor in China, which claims both Indian and Japanese territories. Overall, the India-Japan defense ties encompass technological collaboration, joint training, platform development, and strategic dialogue, establishing Japan as a crucial partner in India's defense modernization efforts and regional security efforts. And the visit by Prime Minister Modi will only make this strategic partnership between both the countries even stronger. But what do you believe? Is Japan's multi-billion-dollar bet on India's global rise a snub to Trump's tariff tactics? Leave a comment with your opinion in the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.